Saturday night Major League Baseball, and I've got both national TV games for you on Fox National TV this Saturday night, July the 25th. We're talking Dodgers, Mets, Mariners, Rangers, your two Fox National TV games. Free plays with analysis in both games coming up right here, right now. Hi, this is SteveMerril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV. Going to give you a free play in both of those Spotlight National TV games tonight on Saturday. Don't forget, I also have a bonus free play in a different game for you. In fact, it's Astros-White Sox. Free play in that Houston-Chicago White Sox game on my page right now, along with my top best bet tonight, which is in another game. So tons of baseball games for you, including free play and analysis on my page right now, SteveMerril, WagerTalk.com. And of course, get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SN. Go check out that bonus free play between Astros and White Sox tonight at 7 Eastern as well on Saturday. All right, going to look at two other games. Both go at 7:15 Eastern. These are your Fox National TV games. You'll get one or the other. They might be going back and forth to both. Who knows? Anything can happen on Saturday night MLB action. We'll start the National League matchup at 7:15 Eastern. Dodgers-Mets. Before the season, this would have been one of the biggest games in baseball. Would have been very excited about this NL West versus NL East matchup. Well, the better matchup just took place the last couple weeks for the Dodgers. Played 3 against the Yankees, 3 against the Phillies. You say, well, this is a little bit of a flat spot now against the lowly Mets. Well, it wasn't. The Dodgers won 4-2 last night. They remain red hot. They've won 5 of their 7 games here out of the All-Star break. No cooling off at all. And maybe we thought the Mets would play better. After a 40-57 start to the season, they pulled that upset win against Philly last Thursday. If you recall, I gave you a free play video here on that game. But we faded one of the worst pitchers in baseball. Philly being favored, and that one was ridiculous. Mets have since dropped for their last 6, just 3-4 after the break, and having a miserable season overall, 18 games below 500, while the Dodgers are now 28 games above 500. So yeah, you do the math. That's a 46 game difference between these two teams. Whew. We're going to lay it. If we're going to play it, we're laying it with the Dodgers, and I love this pitching matchup as well. We got Yamamoto on the mound, maybe the most underrated pitcher in baseball history. And how can you say that? MVP of the World Series last year. He won 3 of the 4 games. Well, he's still the second most known Japanese pitcher on the team behind Ohtani, but he is so consistent. Nobody throws 9-inning complete games anymore. Well, Yamamoto does. He did it in the playoffs last year, and he just did it last week against the Yankees on the road. 9 innings, only 2 runs and 4 hits. Normally, you'd worry about a little bit of a regression here, coming right back on just 5 days rest. But he's used to pitching this way. He goes 6 or 7 innings almost every single start, and that's why I love handicapping his games, because it takes the uncertainty of the bullpen out of the equation. Hey, Nolan McCain's having a nice season for the Mets as well. Second year in the MLB, 3.3 ERA, 2.2 his last 7 since early June. But I'd be careful with McClain. He only threw 48 innings last year in his debut season. He's already thrown 113 here. Yes, he's still pitching well, a 6-inning shutout at Philly last week. But I think at some point he will start to regress. Yamamoto's still the better pitcher. Dodgers the tremendously better team. And because McClain is on the mound, it's actually kept this one somewhat in a reasonable price range at about -150. I got no problem laying it with the Dodgers here, -150. If you want to get that juice down a little, you could take plus money, +110 on the -1.5 run line. Or, of course, you could just get a -1 run, -120, -125. I'd actually play the -1, -120, -125 if you want to reduce the juice a little bit. Dodgers would be my attack in this game. Hey, with 2 good pitchers on the mound, you are tempted to look at the total, but it's low, 7.5. Summertime baseball, that's a pretty low total, but then again, 7 is a really key number. So while 7.5 makes sense with the 2 good pitchers, I'm hesitant to do that because the Dodgers offense has been getting to 7 runs or more in a lot of their games recently. In fact, 3 of their last 6 games, they've scored 7 runs or more on their own. Mets, meanwhile, continue to struggle offensively. Out of the All-Star break now, they've scored 4 or less in 6 of their 7 games. They have scored 3 or less in 4 of those 7. So if you look at the total, I'd rather have the Mets team total under 3.5. So I like the Dodgers here. You could also attack it with the Mets team total under 3.5 tonight, 7:15 Eastern on Fox. All right, your other game on Fox, probably more northwest, southwest Texas area, northwest area, Seattle area, will be this Mariners and Rangers game. And this is a big matchup in the American League West. Somebody has to win this division, and I say that because the Rangers are currently the only team above 500 in the AL West, and they're only 1 game above 500. With that said, though, while Seattle is technically a game and a half behind at 51 and 53. They're actually the best team in this division. In fact, they're the only team with a positive run differential in this division, plus 16 runs. The Rangers are minus 29 runs on the year. Rangers should be 7 games below 500 with that run differential. Mariners should be 4 games above 500. So here again, Seattle should be 5.5 games ahead of Texas in the division instead of 1.5 behind. So we get some value with the Mariners for that reason. And I also like the pitching matchup here. We get my man Brian Woo! Yes, that's a shout out to Ric Flair. Brian Woo is on the mound. And I talked about this last week when he pitched. He got a no decision against the Giants last week. Also had one against Miami before the All-Star break. And he didn't pitch well in that Miami game. But coming out of the break, I told you he could be a play-on pitcher here in the second half. In fact, if you look at the Cy Young odds, he's still listed in the top 10, like at 50 or 60 to 1. He's not likely to win it. But what that tells you is that he is better than his 4.16 ERA on the season. And he is. The last 2 years, in 2025, he had a 2.9 ERA last year, 186 innings pitched. Year before that, a 2.89 ERA. He's only had 110 innings this year, 4.16. That's going to come down. But then you look at his last 7 starts going back to early June, a 5.5 ERA. What? Well, that's because he had that 5-inning, 4-run outing against Miami right before the All-Star break. We often see guys struggle a bit before the break. But he also had 2 bad outings in June in which he gave up 5 and 7 runs at Pittsburgh and Baltimore. You take those out of the equation, he's pitching pretty well overall this year. He still has an excellent strikeout walk ratio. Hey, Nathan Eovaldi, Eovaldi also has a nice strikeout walk ratio this year, but he only has a 4.2 ERA. He's only got a 4.4 over his last 7 outings. And last year, yes, a solid 1.73 ERA, but he does look like he's regressed a bit this season. I think teams are starting to figure him out a bit. And when he faced Seattle back in April this season, he's actually faced them twice. He gave up 8 hits in just 5 innings. Gave up 6 hits the start before that. So 14 hits in just 11 innings this year and 6 runs allowed. Only 4 of them earned, but still, he has been hittable this year by the Mariners. Meanwhile, Seattle, Brian Woo has faced Texas several times. In fact, the last 2 seasons, he's faced them 5 times. Twice this year back in those early April meetings. He pitched well both times. In fact, in his 5 outings against the Rangers the last 2 years, he has given up 3 earned runs or less in all 5 outings. He's given up 2 runs or less in 4 of those 5 outings, 2 earned runs or less for the 5 times. I like the pitching edge for Brian Woo here. I think they're overall the better team, and they're a little underrated, so we continue to get line value because of that. Take a look at the Seattle Mariners at a basic pick'em price on the road tonight, minus 105, minus 110. Take a look at the Mariners at that pick'em price tonight at 7:15 Eastern. Here again, a low total, 7.5 to the under. 2 solid pitchers on the mound, but once again, not a lot of value with that over-under. I'd rather just have Seattle outright on the money line, minus 105, minus 110 at 7:15 Eastern. Listed pitchers there, or at least list Woo, probably list Eovaldi as well. There you go, your 2 national TV spotlight games on Fox tonight at 7:15 Eastern. Hope you found the analysis useful. Don't forget, I've got a bonus free play in that Astros-White Sox game. That, by the way, is my strongest remaining opinion because I have one best bet tonight, and that's in another game which I didn't talk about. Strong best bet on the nighttime card here for Saturday. And then the last cut, just a bit outside from being a best bet, was that Astros-White Sox game. That's up free for everybody on my page right now with analysis. Check it out, SteveMerril, WagerTalk.com. And, of course, get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. By the way, I appeared on Last Call this morning with Joe Ranieri and company, breaking down some other MLB games as well. We also had Tokyo Brandon talking a ton of baseball. Andrew McGinnis talking CFL action as well, some Canadian football for you. And then, of course, Yanni the Greek with the Steam Report. So go back and watch that replay. It's on the live tab because it was a live show. It's archived 24/7, but the live shows are on the live tab here on WagerTalk TV on YouTube. These free play videos are always on the videos tab. So don't miss out that live tab. Also some great archive shows, including Last Call, which I was on earlier today. And by the way, it's posted on my Twitter page, my X handle. You can always see all my videos and my shows. You can just go to X every day and follow me on Twitter on X at SteveMerril, 2 R's, 1 L, Merril, and you'll always have links to these free play videos. You can also click subscribe here on WagerTalk TV and click the bell for an instant alert. For that notification bell, we'll let you know when free play videos are posted every day here as well. Thumbs up, like, that's all I truly ask. It takes 2 seconds. Click the thumbs up, like. I will keep these free play videos coming. And if you're on your mobile device, you can click the hype button. You can also hype it up on your mobile device. It is so much fun. Hey, comment below. What are your thoughts on the Saturday Night Baseball card? Not just these national TV games. What games do you like tonight? What are your personal best bets? Drop them in the comments below. Sides, total, player props. How are you attacking this Saturday baseball card? Hey, include some analysis if you have time, so we can all learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. I do read the comments, and I reply back. Love the support here on the channel. And don't forget, once again, if you want my personal best bet tonight, a strong baseball best bet. And by the way, I love the second half of the baseball season, post-All-Star break, whatever you want to call it. This is a great time to make money with baseball. I know everyone's getting excited for football around the corner in August, but keep building that bankroll with baseball. My 30th anniversary is August, coming up this August. I started in August of 1996 as a full-time professional sports bettor and handicapper. It'll be my 30th anniversary next month, and it's always been the same. If I'm using a best bet, I send it to all my clients, including that strong play tonight. And don't forget, the second half of baseball has always been strong for my clients. Longest win streak I've ever had in my 30-year career was 19 straight baseball winners, and that happened in late July, about a decade ago, right after the break. Of course, 2 years ago at WagerTalk, when I was number one in baseball overall, it was due to a monster second half. In fact, this point on, a couple years ago, we went 52-24 in baseball through the World Series. So it's a great time to jump on board. And oh, by the way, I'm 75% over the past week and a half since the All-Star break on my baseball best bets, and I've got another one tonight. You can get the single play tonight for 25, or you can get 3 days for 69, dude. Nope, 6 days for 69. That's right. Buy 3, get 3 is still available. Less than a week remaining on that special offer. Don't miss it. Buy 3, get 3 is still available. And by the way, you don't have to use it just this week. You can buy multiple buy 3, get 3 packages and stack them. They're stackable, which means you can stagger the start dates and use them in the future. You can save them and use them later on. So if you like those buy 3, get 3s, if you like 6 days for the price of 3, just $69 for 6 days, all sports, all access, buy several of them now because they are stackable and you can use them into the football season as well. If you want a longer-term package which gets some football, how about the summer special, the next 5.5 weeks for just $2.99? That gets you through this college football opening Saturday on August 29th. It'll get you all the baseball for the next 5 weeks, NFL preseason, plus that first full Saturday of college football as well for just $2.99. So once again, buy 3, get 3 free, 6 days for $69, or the summer special, the 5+ weeks for just $2.99. Don't miss out. I've got another strong baseball best bet going tonight on Saturday. Plus, that bonus free play is on my page right now between the White Sox and Astros. SteveMerril, WagerTalk.com, and hey, get there quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. As I mentioned earlier, follow me on social media on X and also on Instagram at SteveMerril. 2 R's, 1 L. You know the deal. MERRIL at SteveMerril on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to WagerTalk TV because you also know there's more free play videos coming up next.